think the recording should start now. Welcome everyone again to the talk today. So first, before we move ahead, while we are still waiting for everyone to come and join as well, today is going to be a very exciting webinar from Feilun. So Feilun was with us in class week 5 in the Plants in Bio class that is going on with us right now. But apart from volunteering with us with the class, Feilun is a creator of the WetGenie software application, you may call it, depending on where you're from. Feilun is the CEO of the Ensynble Incorporation. So before coming to this entrepreneurship regime, Feilun is I met Feilun at a sort of like a scientific meeting, and that's where we connected first before we explore this kind of like opportunity together. So the talk today that Feilun is gonna walk us through is titled as like AI tools for synthetic biology and also the WetGenie for your bench assistant. So briefly, this is Feilun's background. So Feilun has been working on the wet lab first before coming to this like extreme wet lab assistance. So in terms of her background, Feilun finished her PhD work at Duke University, working with Professor Ling Chung-yo. I think I got that correct. I think that's before we met. And she also trained with the JCVI, the Craig Venter Institute, with John Class, working with that team to work on a bunch of different things. And that's part of the inspiration when I talked with Feilun for the first time, that like a lot of the experimental work is not that easy to reproduce. And here comes the tools and other things that Feilun is trying to bring into the community to facilitate the work much further. So with that, I think that helps as an introduction for Feilun, and we're going to hear a lot of interesting information from Feilun today in this webinar. All right, I'm going to stop the screen sharing and Feilun can take over.
Yeah, thank you so much, Ice, for the very kind introduction. So here, let me share my screen. Okay, so today's seminar, I want it to be very interactive, and so there will be some questionnaires and survey that I will show you guys using Slido. So get your phone or get your browser ready and get some survey question inputs into the system, and we can all see what people response to these questions are. So first of all, we all know since the ChatGPT moment back in
One sec,
late
Feilun.
2022. Yes.
Can you redo the screen sharing again? It may have been replaced because I just do another screen sharing. Yeah.
Got it. Sure.
And make sure you tick the sound option as well.
Oh,
No.
that's true. Okay. Wait a sec. Did I do that?
You can redo it again, just to be sure.
Yeah. So, yep. It's there. Okay.
Cool.
Cool.
All right.
You see it now?
Yes.
All right, cool. Yeah, so just to put things into perspective and understand how explosive AI has been, just since 3 years ago from this ChatGPT moment, you can see the Google search of AI has absolutely skyrocketed. And if you also look at the most quickly adopted apps in the world, ChatGPT is by far the fastest to reach 100 million monthly users in only 2 months. And if you even compare that to TikTok and Instagram, ChatGPT's explosion was extraordinary. And so, okay, this is the first question I want to throw to you guys is, what is your favorite use case of AI and what is your favorite AI tool? Let me see. Sorry. I just want to open the Slido. And please try if you can join using this QR code. If not, go to slido.com and use the 3306984, and you should be able to see the question and then be able to input your answer to it. And then I'll give it maybe 2 minutes for the first question, and we'll see what people say after some inputs coming in. And I already see one person is typing.
I'm putting the links into the
Let's
chat
see.
as well, just in case like you have
Yes,
you can't find it.
thank
So
you.
you can either go to slido.com and add those number, or try to click the links that I sent. It shows that AI for SynBio, which is a topic for the poll. But yeah.
Yeah, I see answers coming in. We'll talk about ChatGPT. I suspect it's not ChatGPT anymore. It's probably other newer models. And if someone wants to share their favorite use cases, feel free to, and we'll wait for people to finish typing. Do you mean AS browser or AI browser?
Yeah, and for those who type in and they want to share further, you can also unmute yourself and speak up.
Yes.
Yeah, for me, I think I typed down the answer about getting a summary, and I think I really like that kind of options for the AI these days, because like for a human, if you have to read like 3 or 4 pages of documents, it takes some time. For the computer, it can summarize the important words much faster, and that's very useful, especially when you do Google search and they have like 20 results coming out. If you
Yeah.
use the AI search, it comes in a lot faster. That might be, relevant to some answers up there.
Yeah, a question to you. Do you use it for research? Do
I
you,
I use for several things though. So let's say I want to buy something. I also sometimes use it to see like, hey, where's the option? Can you compare the price? It's not always, the most accurate thing ever, because you have to go check into the website whether the promotion that was there is already out already or not. But yeah, I use
nice.
for research as well. For research, it's very
Mm,
important because the term is kind of specific. So
yeah.
this AI search can be very specific as well because of the wording that we have.
Yeah. That's awesome. Thanks for sharing. Um, Anybody else wants to share? And I see Pulp AI. I've never heard of it. If whoever said that can give us some um, description or intro into what Pulp AI is, that would be great. And mostly I see, people use also Perplexity. And mostly I think OpenAI is probably the most popular tool right now. Okay, so if nobody wants to share anything else, I'll move on to the next topic. Okay, moving on. All right, so, the explosion of AI is very deserved. And if we look at the image and video Gen AI, for example, the quality of the outputs have increased dramatically in the past few years. And especially, I want to highlight this. I don't know if you guys have tried Google's new VO3, which not only gives you a video output from your text prompt, it also gives you an audio output as well, along with the video. So what you get is an actual footage, and the audio quality is actually really good. So if you haven't tried, try Google Veo 3. I think they're doing some kind of promotion, and you can try for free um, for an extended period of a period of time. And apart from generating, the videos and audios, AI's reasoning intelligence has arguably passed any given human on Earth. So this test is called Humanity's Last Exam. What it is the hardest and the broadest set of questions ever for AI intelligence benchmark. So previously there are other benchmarks, but AIs have gone too good at giving very high scores to these benchmarks. So now the researchers have come up with a much harder exam. And how hard is this exam? It's for any given human, for probably the most intelligent one, you'll probably only get 10% of the answer correctly. However, if you look at what has happened in the past year or so, from the O3 model of OpenAI back in December 24th, the score was already 21%. And then within like 6 months, until very recently, Grok 4 Heavy was released that uses tools like calculation tools, simulation tools to answer these very hard questions. The benchmark has already reached 44.4%. So if the increase of intelligence of these AI models is already surpassing human level, and also surpassing in a way and accelerating. So we can imagine in 3 more years, this benchmark will be likely 70%. And this will be some kind of intelligence level that no human can achieve, and none of us has experienced. And then imagine what's going to happen in 5 to 10 years. So the speed of advancement is incredible. So this seems to be very scary. However, technology rarely replaces us. The the first quote, which is, there's so many technological waves that human beings have experienced in the past. And for example, in the 60s, the personal computer wave was coming up, and people were worried about jobs being lost. And there was also concerns from the economists saying there won't be enough new jobs that are created. But look at how far we've gone. The world economy has been transformed by computers. And also from this new book, Nexus, from Yuval Noah Harari, that he is warning that AI is a tool that human has never seen before, because it is not only a tool, it is an agent. It can make decisions and execute decisions for you. So it is very important for us to know how to harness this new type of tool, and make sure there's enough guardrail that we use AI responsibly. Like, for example, these homeworks from the course series, do not use AI, and ensure your own learning, and be an AI responsible user. Okay, so because we all use AI almost very often, if not daily. What research tasks do you use AI for? And here is a multiple choice question. So your page for this survey should have changed. So I have broken down, let's see if this shows it. I have broken down research into different steps and different tasks, from idea generation to literature search and summary to, protocol generation, experimental execution, documentation, data collection and analysis, and also research communication, which I wonder for all of you guys, when you use AI, which of these tasks that you use AI the most for, and you can select all that you use AI for. And I will give.
I think the voting is closed right now.
Okay, got it. Is it on now? Should be on now. Voting closed. Wait, stop. Huh? Bear with me, please.
Maybe you have to finish the
Here.
other one.
Wait, this is still showing voting closed.
Yeah. I can't vote.
Let's see. Okay, now it's open. I accidentally closed the log button to close
Yeah,
this.
I can vote now.
Okay.
All right, everyone. If you lose access to that poll, click to the link in the chat again.
And I'll give this around maybe 1 minute for people to select. And feel free to share, which part do you use, and how do you use AI for certain tasks. Okay, so we have 10 people input, and it's very clear that almost everybody uses AI for literature search and summary, which is very nice. And the least used is protocol generation and edit. But some people have tried it. If you want to share experience, feel free to open your mic and share. And research idea generation, data collection is also very high. Research communication, share and publish. Wait. Oh, here. So, experimental execution, also 20%. Cool. Anybody wants to share anything of how you use AI for any of these tasks?
Yeah, I think I can share my experience briefly. So I've been using Perplexity a lot. One is because they're free to my institution, and two is because like they usually give like the most recent like the most recent search that they can find, and they can ask them
Right.
like, hey, can you give it something that was like extremely recent? So I usually just like, if I want to do review, if I were to like take some sequence that was like recently developed, something like that. Let's see, I want to look for the most updated fluorescent protein version. I would just ask them like, hey, can you give me the most the most recent published variants of fluorescent protein? Then that was kind of like helpful, because if you do the regular Google search, everyone will say that it's the most recent one because it was the most recent when they get published. So
Right.
You can sort of like specify in that kind of like literature review on the years that could be the most recent as well. So that was kind of useful.
Yeah, that's awesome. yeah, so it sounds like Perplexity gives you a more accurate and more up-to-date and
Yeah.
refined
And
search
yeah.
result.
Yeah, and if not, they have the links that they can get in to check, right? I think like a lot of the tools these days provide you the sources that you can go back and double check whether
Yeah,
that's from the right source that you wanna reference to or not.
yeah, that's awesome. Thanks for sharing, Ice. Anybody else wants to share? All right, okay. Let's let's move on to the next. If you look at all these companies that are created recently after the ChatGPT moment, what you've seen on the screen is probably less than 1% of all the companies that are out there. You can see in these maps that other people have created how they bucket different types of um, AI companies and AI tools for biology. And especially if we focus on the left one, there are things for knowledge and database. There's agentic orchestration layer, which is how um, these AI agents can be orchestrated and do more complex tasks. There's also foundational models, and there are also simulation, like AI-based simulations, and also executions. For example, a lot of robotics companies are also moving very fast to want to use robotics and AI to make experiments much easier to do and more reproducible. And also the last category that they have is, scientist-facing platforms and systems. And one of these is Future House, and they have a lot of individual tools that, for example, can help you come up with a protocol for a certain type of experiment. So if you are doing if you're doing research and you realize, oh, some task that it would be great if AI can do it, the likelihood is someone's already working on it, or maybe even the tool is already out. So definitely keep an eye out on all the development. And it's incredibly fast moving, and it's a vast field that is emerging. So these are some foundational models in biology, and unlike those LLMs, these models are much more specific of what they can predict. And I'm no expert in any of these, except I use AlphaFold to some extent. So this is just a list. If you're interested, I'm sure the slides will be shared later, and you can dive deeper into these. And since this is a very fast-moving field, I just want to share a few resources that I keep that I look at to keep track of how the field is evolving. There are many people on Twitter, for example, this guy Mustak. He really shares a lot of AI tools for publication, for how do you write papers and how do you do literature review. And John Steiner, which he has a Substack, he has a lot of very high quality articles on how AI is transforming biological research. And he even has an article talking about how AI agents can automate biological research. This one, the third one, is Cultivarium. Help uh, they help scientists engineer non-model organisms, non-model microbial organisms, and they actually recently released Prism, which is their AI system of helping people identify, troubleshoot their protocols and experimental execution. there's database on like all the types of biological and biotech and AI combination. Well, companies that work on the intersection of those, and also Future House. Go check them out, and also Potato. Potato. If you go to their website, you can actually sign up for an account for free. And there are many tools, including literature review, automation, AI tools, and also protocol generation tools that you can use for free. So try them out. Go look at these resources and dive deeper into them if you're interested. So, we've talked all about all these AI advancement, but it's people don't talk about this as much as before. But I do want to highlight, and this is a very important point, that AI is not smarter than human in the real world. Like, think about all these tasks that you do on a daily basis, driving, washing dishes and folding clothes. These are very simple tasks that we can do without really thinking much about it. But then for AI, self-driving, we're getting there. But look at how many sensors there are on Waymo. And this car is much, much more expensive than a regular car because of all these sensors. And, dishwashing, automation, I mean, there are machines like that, but they can only do dishwashing. And the third one, is Tesla's humanoid robot. And this robot is trying to fold clothes, and you can see, the human has to stand behind it and try to supervise how the robot is doing it. So here, AI is digital world native. They're very good at understanding bits and understanding information in the digital world, and but human are actually physical world natives. So instead of letting AI deal with the physical world and human supervises, which is in the first case, it's actually easier for human to do the tasks and let AI supervise from the from the digital world. So what we mean by that, I'm gonna show you guys a video clip from Google. They are working on a project called Project Astra, and it's not released yet, but the whole idea is how AI can help humans' ability of interacting with the real world.
I'm here with the latest research prototype of Project Astra, and we're going to see how it can help me fix my bike. Hey, go online and look for a user's manual for a Huffy mountain bike.
I have found a user manual for you. What would you like to know about it?
Okay, cool. Now scroll until you find the section about the brakes.
Sure thing. Looking for that page now.
I think I stripped this screw. Can you go on YouTube and find a video for how to fix that?
Of course. I'm opening YouTube now. This looks like a good video.
Place a rubber band over the head of the screw.
Oh, nice.
Press
Hey,
down firmly.
can you go through my emails with the bike shop and find which size hex nut I need?
Sure. According to the email from Bicycle Habitat, you need a 3/8" hex nut for your sprocket. I've highlighted the correct bin for you.
It seems like I need a spare tension screw. Can you call the nearest bike shop and see what they have in stock?
Yep. Calling them now. I'll get back to you with what they have in stock.
I think my brake pads are wearing down. Can you check the manual again and see if it talks about them anywhere?
According to the manual, if you look on page 24...
Do you want to get lunch?
Yeah, give me 5 minutes. Can you finish what you were saying?
As I was saying, if you look on page 24, section 2, you'll see how to replace the brake pads.
Hey, any updates on that call?
Yep, I just got off of the bike shop. They confirmed they have your tension screw in stock. Would you like me to place a pickup order?
Could you show me some examples of dog baskets I could put on my bike?
Sure, I can help you with that. Just give me a moment. Here are some options. I think Zuka would look really great in these.
All right. So this is a very good video of, what AI can do when you're working on a physical task. So I hope that was inspiring. It definitely inspired me. And the next question in the survey that we want to talk about is, we have seen, experimental execution is really actually at the very bottom of the list when it comes to how much people use UI now. So let's actually double click on experimental execution and think about, I want to understand, how do you think AI assistant can help lab experiments, and what would be the most useful task that AI can do and help you while you're doing experiments? So this is like a brainstorming session. So if you think in the future AI is like already so good, what are some things that you want AI to help you with while you're doing experiments? And really think about, even when you're doing experiment, there's like very small tasks involved as well. Think back on the videos that we've just seen. There's so many things that AI can help. What will be the most important one that you would love to have? That's the top priority. Refining protocols, generate protocols and reports. Very nice. Answering query, yes. So instead of us going onto a computer and type questions about a certain experimental step, maybe we can just use natural voice, natural language to ask AI what we can do. It's very good. Confirm the numbers, amounts, conditions I should be using. It's very good. Troubleshoot. Yes. Yes. Anybody wants to share some thoughts?
Yeah, I think if you can take notes of what you're changing during the protocol, like in addition to refining protocols, that should be cool. Because if we are changing something from the protocol, I think that's something you want to take notes properly, and it might be hard if you don't have the, if your hands is like gloves on, you can't write down.
Right.
Yeah, I think Bakunda has a hand raised. If you want to go ahead and
Yes.
unmute yourself, Bakunda, please go ahead.
Yeah, also I believe it can also help in organization of different reagents and tools. For example, actually we worked in a project where we actually made an application using AI, but of course we had to use a bit of the code and Python coding and all that, so that it can help us in organization of the reagents. Yeah, very, very important in that section.
Interesting. So just to clarify, do you mean like organization of reagents in the real
I'm very
world,
sorry.
or
Yes.
sorry?
In the real world, actually, what I meant to say is that it helps us to help. Okay, like how different labs buy different reagents but can't keep track of them all the time. So some obviously get expired without some laboratories getting to know that these got expired. So that application
Yes.
that the AI helped us to build was helping us to track the item, its position in the inventory, its expiry date, so that it minimizes the factor of wastage of some of these materials that we actually have. Yeah, definitely.
That sounds awesome. And it sounds like you guys have already built an AI tool for that.
We built the back end code because it all worked with the code. So working in conjunction with the AI to help us build the code, and we did the back-end logic. Yeah, so we're also going
Nice.
to work on the front. It's actually working, and maybe soon enough to
That's
be
awesome.
an application. Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah. Please share with us the progress. That sounds like a very useful thing you're building. Okay. Optimize. Yeah, organization reagents. Real-time data analysis. Interesting. Okay. Anyone else wants to share? Cool. Yeah, these are all very good and very feasible tasks that AI can help researchers do. Probably within a year or two, you'll definitely see some of these tools getting into the hands of researchers. Oh, and let's wait for this participant typing. Okay. During performing step, we can ask for mistakes or missing step. Also can ask for help in optimization process of system. Yes, exactly. So during the experiment, for example, one pain point that I always find is if you have a multi-well plate or if you have an array of tubes, it's very easy to lose track of which one you're at and which one is the next tube. So AI should and will be able to help us, for example, in those kind of situations. Okay, we'll come back to this later, but let me move on to next. So this is why we built WetGenie, and we have the iOS, Android, and web app. So feel free to download the mobile app, check it out, register an account, and I will go through very briefly of how WetGenie works. And WetGenie is evolving very quickly, and we have a lot of new features that are going to come online. So I hope you guys keep an eye on it. And especially a lot of these things that you guys talk about, we want to build into WetGenie so that we get the tool of AI to experimentalists very quickly, and you can leverage the power of AI and accelerate your experimental research. Let's see. Okay. I'll give you guys a brief story of why I started, and also my co-founder Shu started building WetGenie. When I was doing my postdoc, I was working on whole genome transplantation, which is a souped up version, a very fancy version, much fancier version than a transformation. So you transform plasmid. Instead of transforming plasmid into a cell, we actually transformed an entire genome into a cell. So it's a very delicate procedure, and perhaps around 20 people in the world can do it. And my task was to actually document the procedure really well and help people anywhere in the world who wants to replicate it, who wants to perform whole genome transplantation, do it. And I realized there are actually not that many tools that can help me to document the details of how I do this experiment. The best tool I thought was to have my procedure videotaped throughout, but I need another person to shadow me for almost 2 days, and that's not a good use of time. And later on, you have to also, edit the video, stuff like that. It just takes a long time. But I was actually doing experiments every day. I was thinking, why not? I can just use my phone to record clips of videos that are at the place that are useful for a video, or take pictures of the certain types of reagents that I use, instead of writing down all the lot number and the brand name of the reagents. I can just take a picture and somehow have this experimental protocol noted down during I'm doing the experiment. So when I finish the experiment, the entire documentation is done already, and I can right away share it with anyone who are curious how the experiments are actually done. So that's why I started WetGenie, and the whole point is that you can use voice and not use hands while you're doing experiments to take down any kind of documentation. So I hope some of you have downloaded the app and maybe even registered an account. And I'll give you guys a quick demo of how it actually works. So this, you actually see my screen right now, and this is my phone. And you can see there are many tabs on the app. And what you can do with WetGenie is you can add a protocol. For example, let's say demo 1. And this, you don't have to type out everything. You can just upload a file, or you can, if you're on the web, on the web app, you can copy paste your protocol directly in here, and it will parse the protocol into different steps. So here, just giving you an idea of, now I can create the protocol. See, and protocol like demo 1 is created here at the top. So what I can do is I click into demo 1 and I can start a new run. Let's say now I need to do the experiment. I just click new run. And this is my live video footage right now. So we have this neck harness that is actually made in Shenzhen, China. And what it does is you can basically put your phone in front of you. And let me make this horizontal. So you can imagine while you're doing experiments, you can see what you're actually working on. So this is step 1 that I can see. It's step 1 on my phone screen. And I can say next step. Oh, sorry, the mic is not on. The top right, there's a mic control. So now the mic is on. I can say next step. And the app automatically jumps to the next step. And I can say, take a picture. Oh, take a picture. And picture is taken and directly saved it to the step that I'm working on. I can also say start recording. So let's imagine I'm pipetting and I want to record how fast I'm actually pipetting and what is the speed of movement I have. This is a good feature to have to, record. And I can say stop recording. And the recording is automatically saved and then attached to the step, saved to the cloud. So previous step, I can use all these controls. So every button you see on the page is actually a voice command. So these are all quoted, and I can say, take a note. I am doing a demo. Over. So you can also dictate, and instead of typing things down or writing things down, dictation while you're doing experiment is much more efficient. So this is a very quick overview of what you can do with WetGenie. And after I do an experiment, I say exit protocol. Now we're out of the execution mode, and I'll show you where your files are. So now in demo 1, the experiment that we've done, you see the note that we just took. And here we can give the run name, demo run. Demo run. And I can also add additional note if I need it. I can say new note outside of execution. Oh, that's a typo, but I'll fix that later. I can fix it. And I can delete the notes. And one thing to note is that for the notes that you've actually generated while in an execution mode, you'll see a blue check mark here. So everything that's done afterwards will have no blue check mark. So you will be able to figure out, oh, which are the actual notes, which were the things that I actually did, instead of things that you added later on. One thing is that you can, for example, you want to go to the bathroom, you can exit the protocol, and you can click continue run later on. So you see you have the notes here already from before. Next step. See, and these are the pictures and videos we've taken, and we can continue with the run. Say next step. Take a picture. So this new note is saved as the second run segment. Okay, exit protocol. Yeah, so here I also want to show you guys the new features that we're building. These are not yet released. Sorry, this is the wrong thing. Give me a second. Okay, so here, this is the new version of the app. Ignore the UI, it's not fully done yet. But I want to show you guys the new features that we have. First is we can connect to Google Calendar. You can, wait, I don't know why this is not working, but it will be working properly when this is released. So you can connect your Google Calendar. You'll see all your calendar events on the calendar. And also you'll be able to see, sorry, let me just go into a different, oh, no. Oh, no. Okay. Sorry, give me a moment to run this app. Because I want to log into a different account. Just give it 1 or 2 minutes. And in the meanwhile, do anyone has any question? Feel free to put them in the chat and we can discuss what you think about WetGenie, whether you've tried logging in and tried it on your phone. Anybody wants to share their experience?
So I have a quick question. I wonder, Feilun.
Yes.
Just in case I didn't hold a harness on, like I didn't wear the harness and just use my computer because there's a web app for the WetGenie as
Right.
well. and it just keep talking to the computer. Is that an option as well?
Right now it is not because of some like packaging issue. Chrome
I
is
see.
have more restriction on how you can interact it with the voice.
I
So
see.
it's better to have using a phone and so you can actually have some kind of like device like this.
Like
You don't
holder,
have to
yeah.
wear it. Yeah, so you can actually just put your phone and interact with your phone, not wearing the
Yeah.
harness.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But that's a good point. We do want to implement voice control on Chrome as well. Yeah. So,
Yeah, that's
okay.
cool.
Yeah. Oh, and Bukonda has raised his hand.
Yeah, I was asking on the protocol part, I've seen you have where you write the steps 1, step 2, step 3, step 4. I was asking
Yes.
how exactly is organizing the protocols? I didn't quite get what it's doing. Is it like organizing the protocols in a phase? Because we can have protocols varying, especially in the lab, in case you're doing like optimization, sometimes they can kind of vary. I don't know if it has a space for that. I didn't quite understand that. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. Okay, so let me give you more details on how this works. So here I have the protocols that I put in, and what you can do is, for example, you can copy a protocol. So we prevent users from editing a protocol after an execution. So we want to know, so this log basically helps people to not change their protocol when they've already done an experiment with it. So they'll have better version control. So if you have a new protocol or a variation of that protocol later, it's a separate protocol. You don't touch whatever you've already executed. So we have this feature of, copy protocol. So I confirm copy protocol. So you see, I created this demo copy. And here I can actually add it, saying this is V2. And I can do step 5, perhaps. And step 2, I can actually modify, saying, okay, maybe I shouldn't use this reagent or not this concentration. I can modify here. So using this V2, I can start a new run again. And this feature is right here. You can actually view the parent protocol that actually brings you back into the original protocol. So later on, so right now, this is implemented this way, but later on, this will be a feature where you can see your entire map of all the protocols, which one is derived from which. So this will help you version control your protocols. Does this help? Did I answer your question?
Yes. Yeah, you did. Thank you very much.
Yeah, of course. Okay, so let's look at some new features. You can, create a calendar event. For example, I want to do transformation tomorrow, and I can just select, just like creating any kind of calendar events. And an event is created here. So it will give you a notification when the time is when the time arrives for you to start doing the experiment. And here you can also see the number of runs that you've done in the past month and throughout your entire usage history of WetGenie. You can see how many runs you've done, how many hours you've done your experiments. You can continue your runs, and these are the most recent runs that I've done. And here, so we have created this note, and let's say I want to share it with someone. I can just directly share it with anyone that's on the platform. So I can just add that and share. So user demo free, which is our demo account, will receive a message saying that I have shared this document with them. And one thing that we have also added is, I don't know how active you guys are on Instagram and different social media accounts. For example, I did something really cool. I can share to chat, which is share to, for example, demo. I can send demo this picture very easily, showing him or her what I've just done. Or we also have this feature where we can share through Instagram, for example. Let's make it a story. And you see it's automatically generated a story for Instagram, and you can just share it. So we have some sharing feature, and the reason why we have this sharing feature is, if you think about experiments and how we do science, a big rate limiting factor is the publication and sharing part. From my experience, I mean, sometimes from when you submit to the paper actually being published, it takes 2 years. How do you actually shrink the time of sharing and publication and make science more shareable and faster in terms of sharing and collaboration? I think that will be a big part moving forward of propelling science faster and propelling a lot of the collaborations. And we also have one feature is feed. For example, you can create a post. For example, you can say, oh, this is my new account that I created on WetGenie, and I can just directly post it to people so that whoever that's following me, so we have, I have a few followers, which are the demo accounts, that they will be able to see the feed that I just posted and be able to just like interact with it. Let's say I'm trying to troubleshoot something. I will send a picture of maybe the failed experiment, the failed gel, in my feed, and ask anyone who knows how to troubleshoot it to help me troubleshoot. So yes, this is pretty much the demo of it, and stay in tune of when this actually is released, and you'll be able to access all these features. Okay, let's move on. I have not shown you guys, like, to be honest, WetGenie doesn't have too many AI features yet, and one of the most the current AI feature that's implemented is, if you click this button, you'll be able to do a summary of protocol or summary of the materials. So you'll be able to see all the things that you need for a certain protocol, or do a summary. Let's try. See, this because this is a dummy summary, dummy protocol. This is a very quick summary. So this is the extent of AI tool that we have now. Let's see. One thing I want to show you guys is how AI can how we're thinking about building the tool to make it more AI and more useful. For example, there's this company called LabLight AR. They actually create this live guidance of how you do experiments. Like, for example, see, they'll be able to identify what are the things on your bench, and where you need to pipette, get which tip, to get which reagent and put it in which well. And they have these floating window guidelines and protocols that you can use. So there are products like this that are out there. But what we want to focus on is how we can use XR glasses in the future. Why is this not moving? Oh. Here is the video of Google's release a month ago, and they shared with people the Android XR and how this new generation of Google Glasses can help translate conversations, can help you navigate through a city, can help you remember, oh, what was the coffee shop that I got that coffee from, things in that nature. Because this is, I know we're over time and this is like a 3-minute video. I encourage people to check it out. The form factor of these glasses are very good. As you can see, they're almost like regular glasses. So instead of using something like Apple Vision Pro that's like super bulky, you'll have something that's very lightweight and you can wear it for an extended period of time and still be able to see your app and see what the reality, what you're working on the bench.
We're building.
Oh, okay. I'll not show this video, so please check it out if you're interested. So actually, we're very happy that we have made WetGenie available to run on XR headsets. So WetGenie can be actually run on Android XR. So all these Android based augmented reality glasses can run WetGenie, and also Apple Vision Pro can also run WetGenie. So in the future, very near future, we believe after the higher adoption of these XR headsets, WetGenie will even become more helpful and the form factor will become even better and the live guidance features will be built in. So before that, we do believe the neck harness is a very good solution for people to already have AI guidance during their experiment. And before the XR glasses actually increase adoption and the price also drops down. So right now, an XR glasses can range from $200 to $1,000, but this harness is only $20. Okay, so we're very happy to announce that we very appreciate the community of SynBio4ALL, and I've been talking with SynBio4ALL, and we are very excited to provide any SynBio4ALL member with 1 year of plus membership of WetGenie for free. And if you want this access, simply just email me at info@ensynble.com with the email address that you used for registration, and I'll activate it for you. So please go check it out and start thinking about how you can use AI to help you do experimental execution. And I believe in the next year, you'll also be able to witness the evolution of new features and new capabilities that are built into WetGenie. So with that, thank you very much for the opportunity to share. And thank you for your attention. And I'm happy to take any questions.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Feilun. That's cool, and that's a great what do we call it again? Like walkthrough that you show us through your phone right there. So I think it may not be that easy if you have to, listening to the talk and also like try the app at the same time. So again, we want to emphasize that all these recorded, and we'll post it on YouTube just so that you can look back. And if you have any, wonders or anything related to the app and you go try it yourself, please feel free to reach back to us. Like you can reach out to the WetGenie team, of course, but like just in case, like in our communities we've been using it, we can also share. I think in the WhatsApp group that Kato is operating, you can also hang out there and see, and maybe like at some point we'll just like accumulate the inquiries and get Feilun to come back and respond to the team. So
Yes.
yeah, I think that's a great walkthrough. When we put it online, I think there'll be other communities who want to explore more about these tools who will reach back to us as well. I
Yes.
think if there is any question, please feel free to unmute yourself and get back to us. All right. Any question? So there was a question about the protocols. Maybe you can go to that one, Feilun.
Yeah, Comfort, thanks for the question. I saw your registration, and I'll activate the Plus membership for you. So you mentioned you can only access 2 protocols. Let me see if I can help you with this. Let me just share my screen again. It might be helpful. Okay, so here you see only 2 protocols. So here, the reason why I have a lot of protocols is because I added them myself. You can, if you want to execute any protocol of your own, you have to go through this adding protocol process. So I hope you have some protocols that are written down that you can add here, so that later on when you're executing, you have a step-by-step instruction. And one additional note is, so there's no limit of how many protocols you can generate. You can generate unlimited protocols that you want, so you can add however many protocols in this file. In this folder. One thing to add is, if you don't have any protocol, so if, for example, your experiment that you always do, but you don't have a written detailed protocol, one thing you can do is to leverage some of the AI tools. For example, the potato AI that I've talked about in Future House, and even GPT should be able to help you with, writing down a specific and detailed protocol for any type of procedure you want. And after they generate the protocol, you can just come to this page, click Add Protocol, and copy paste the protocols here. I hope that answered your question, Comfort. Okay. Yes,
Right.
and I'll work with Kato to make sure I share the slides with you guys. And Bukanda has a question.
Yes, I don't know if you already answered this, but my network was a bit down, and I was asking, say that WetGenie helps voice command for notes, easy experimental execution, and other different things like cloud data storage. I'm asking, does it allow for, does it help in like optimization in case, let me say, some experiment is not going on well and I want to keep finding out and explain to the AI or to WetGenie how the experiment is flowing? Could it like possibly find out the loopholes in the experiment to help the experiment run? That's during optimization of some of the protocols that may be failing. That was my question.
Yeah, that's a great question, and that is that would be an awesome AI feature to have. We don't have anything specifically built for that yet. However, my belief is that in the current state of the app, you will be able to take as much notes and in multimedia form as possible, so that it will help you later on with troubleshooting. So if you take extensive notes and use the voice command, to get the pictures and videos stored. Later on, you can revisit that very easily and easily identify, okay, maybe I missed that step. Maybe this is the wrong reagent. Because I also have the sharing feature where you can easily share with any of your collaborators, and they can also help you troubleshoot based on your note. And that is the extent of what we've implemented. And yes, the next step is really to help you troubleshoot. And for that, I really encourage you to look at Cultivarium's Prism. They have this, and reach out to them if you have like a specific protocol, if you want to troubleshoot. And what Prism can help you to do is to actually identify, oh, maybe you're missing certain information in the protocol and what that information should be, and or maybe using the video that you how you executed the protocol, it can compare with the actual protocol that you have and see whether you've done the procedure correctly. So I think if you want more AI for your troubleshooting of experiments, go reach out to Cultivarium. I think they're trying to also find people to use their platforms, to use the Prism platform as well. So that's my long-winded answer. Yeah.
Yeah, and then something else. I've also read on the website that it does not allow to share any user data. I'm just asking, so in case I'm sort of a scientist who maybe makes short videos for the different work that I do, and I'd want them posted or shared on different platforms, does it have an option for that? Like I create very many videos of something that I'm doing, yes, and maybe later on I'm trying to like save them and put them out, let me say on YouTube for different people to view my work. Does it have an option for
Yeah.
that?
Yes. You can very easily share all the videos and pictures that you've taken on the platform. And if you don't share, it's all private. We don't share any information with new third parties. So rest assured, everything is just sit on the cloud, and you have the option of whether you want to share with other people. So yes, and this is a very important feature. We believe will facilitate faster science communication and make synthetic biology faster. Okay, I see Kenny has a question. Can I get it activated later near the project? Yes. So just send me an email to info@Ensynble, and I'll activate it for you whenever you start to use it. And okay, any other questions? Okay,
Hey,
thank you
Feilun.
guys very much.
Hey, Feilun.
Yes.
I'm just asking like what are the gadgets like one would need to utilize the WetGenie perfectly without like maybe getting some challenges, maybe like how to hold the phone and all that stuff.
Yeah. So the only thing you actually need is a neck harness. This will actually make the app fully hands-free. And it will also provide the first-person view of what you're doing. So this is the only gadget I think that is the minimum, but also sufficient for WetGenie. I think this is the best that I've seen so far. This particular product, but I'm sure there are other products that you can find that it's like a body mount of your phone as well, and feel free to use those as well.
Could you please like maybe share the name maybe for people who would like to order for one for their own use, maybe via
Sure.
Amazon or something?
Yeah. Let me see. You should be able to see that on our website as well. So I'm sharing the link to our website that has the link to the actual product. So don't buy it directly from the manufacturer. Yeah, get it from Amazon or any other places. I think other online shops are cheaper. And also let us know if you can't afford to buy one or your PI doesn't want to buy one. We're very happy to send you one for free on our company.
All right. I think if there is no other question, I think we can thank Feilun for that great intro right here. And again, keep in mind that these are the talk like touch on several AI tools, and you may want to check into their sites just to see what is the full feature would be. If you have any other question about WetGenie and the tools that Feilun's company is developing, please feel free to connect with Feilun directly, or just connect through us as well. That's gonna be another route that you can get in touch. I think with that, I want to thank Feilun again for sharing with us today. The video will be posted online, and there'll be more talks coming in for the next round. I think next week we have the talk by Professor Dilip Rachel and also Dr. Patience Kuta. They're from MPI Tübingen in Germany, and they're actually working on the African crops engineering and the genomics of those crops. So I think that's going to be another great talk for the community to touch on. And we still have the class, the regular class that we have we still have another 2 or 3 class still, and there'll be a lot more talks relevant to the plants in bio. So please stay tuned and keep track of your emails. If there is any other information, just like we just like share through emails. I think with that, that's all we want to share. If Feilun or Kato has any more things to share, please go ahead. Otherwise, we can probably wrap up soon.
Okay, thank you so much, Ice, for moderating this session. I am very excited to host Feilun once again and to learn more about the WetGenie. And I would like to appreciate Feilun for accepting our invitation and coming to talk to the community. Thank you so much, Feilun. And thank you, whoever has...
Thank you, Kato.
Okay. And thank you so much, whoever has attended this session. It has been a pleasure having you on the call and learning more about WetGenie. In case you have more questions and you want to learn a lot of things about WetGenie, or you have any help you need from Feilun, please, if you can't find Feilun, please reach out to SynBio4ALL@gmail.com. We shall help you in whatever you need because we are in direct contact with Feilun. And if you need maybe to troubleshoot the app and you have got some issues with it, you can reach out to us and we shall work as a link and as a bridge to reach you to Feilun. Otherwise, thank you so much and see you Wednesday in class. And also, you can register. I request you register for the session for Professor Detelf and Dr. Patience because it will be also another exciting webinar. Please also invite all those in your links and in your connections to come in and join in and get to learn more as how you are benefiting also, so that also your colleagues can also benefit wherever they are. Thank you so much. And over to you, Feilun, for your concluding remarks as we end today's webinar. Thank you.
Yeah, it's such a pleasure to give the talk, and thanks everybody for participating in the survey throughout the talk, and it has been very engaging. And thank you for all your interest, and I really appreciate SynBio4ALL and Kato and Ice and Big for hosting all these seminars, and looking forward to more seminars and looking forward to working with you guys. And please feel free to reach out to me through Kato, through the community if you have any questions regarding WetGenie or anything that we've covered today. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much.
All right, perfect. I think I'll stop the recording now. And thanks again. See you all again.
Okay,
Thank you all.
see you all. Enjoy your weekend till we meet again on Wednesday, other sessions. Thank you and bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.
I'll end the call now.